wanted to open up a conversation around female competition and female comparison. And I guess I just want to start by saying that I think it's human nature, and perhaps in some ways even healthy, to compare. It's pretty natural to look at someone else and admire qualities that they have and that they are able to naturally and easily express that we don't naturally and easily express. And we might respond in different ways. We might feel really attracted and drawn to that person. We might feel intimidated and small in comparison and inadequate in comparison to that person. Or we might even feel triggered by someone who is exhibiting an expression that feels almost foreign to us. We might see a woman who is really raw and free and strong and, who just doesn't give a fuck about what anybody else thinks of her, and we might marvel at that and think, how can she express herself like that? Or we might see a woman who is really, she has a real regality and grace about her, and a real self-pride and really strong boundaries, and we wish we could be more like that. Or we see a woman who is really comfortable in her sexual expression and really exhibitionistic and flirty, and she's just so sexy. She exudes sexiness, and we think, oh gosh, I could never be like that. Or we might meet someone who is really in their innocence and their softness, and they're just so comfortable to be in their vulnerability and in their sweetness. And again, we're just fascinated by that kind of expression. Dancing Eros is so exciting to me. I don't know any other course, any other offering that provides a space for women to explore every part of themselves, even the parts that have been put in a box and suppressed. Even the parts that we think, that is not me, that is not part of my identity, and I do not express myself that way. Or I kind of want to express myself that way, but it feels too dangerous. I have my way of being, and I feel safe inside of this container. And even though there's a part of me that secretly would like to venture over to these other expressions, I don't even know how I could do that. And Dancing Eros really gives every woman an opening and a very clear pathway to delving very deeply into every part of herself. So female comparison, instead of being something that leaves you as a woman feeling inadequate, actually becomes a gift. It becomes, once you have the access to express yourself in any way you wish and feel confident in that expression, it no longer becomes something scary or separate to you. Dancing Eros is also an incredible pathway toward deep self-love and deep appreciation. It can allow a woman to really tap into and appreciate her unique beauty. It can allow a woman to really love her body in a world where there is so much conditioning around what sexy looks like and what beautiful looks like. There is so much conditioning around needing to be youthful, needing to have particular features, to wear particular clothing, to hide our flaws in order to be a beautiful, exuberant and sexy woman. And you know, this has been a massive gift to me personally, because I have really bought into that conditioning and really almost fought for my life to try and fit into a particular stereotype, and it's really opened my eyes to seeing the incredible beauty that comes from a woman really owning and stepping into her sexuality, and the incredible beauty that that stems from just being deeply connected with all sorts of feminine expressions. And so it stops being about what you look like, but rather what you're exuding. And the more I see the beauty and the sexiness in all the women in front of me, regardless of age, shape, size, the more I am presented with that, the more it becomes reflected back to myself.